don't touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton. We got a great show today. I have a special guest in my studio today. I have Daniel Martinez, lawyer.
Thank you for having me, Larry. I appreciate it.
You are quite welcome, man. Thank you for coming here, especially on an off day, just to shoot the show. We're going to have a lot of fun today, so we're going to talk about everything.
Sure.
We're going to talk about your comic book. We're going to talk about your law. We're going to talk about how we met. I like what you're doing. Your law is great, and that, obviously, I just even asked him one question, blew me away. So we just started the show. We're going to have a great show today. I love it. We call it The Real Deal. I think you know that. Because whatever happens, happens. My mother could come in. A person could come in. Your wife could call. Things crazy happen.
She probably will.
And you know what? Yeah, you're going to be here. Oh, God, he's out all night.
Right.
We got to thank, first of all, Oliva Cigars. They are my sponsor of the show. They are great partners. They do it all. They're the third largest cigar company in the world. And our Nicaragua trip Nick and I went to was amazing. Wasn't it?
Pretty cool.
We had carte blanche.
What's that?
Carte blanche means everything. Whatever you wanted there.
Oh, okay.
Carte blanche is like you have permission to do whatever.
We did. Yeah.
Literally.
That's a good word.
Right.
And they own it.
We
had a driver and an interpreter, and we went everywhere, and in the fields, went to every factory.
Right.
We rolled our own cigars. It was cool as hell. I mean, we did so much.
Yeah, my only complaint is that I wasn't your interpreter, because I speak Spanish, Larry. So
well, next time you're going.
Next time I'm going.
Yeah, and I was like,
we just got to hope we don't get arrested. You're not a lawyer down there.
Yeah. No. But I think I know the legal system down there a little bit.
Yeah, we all do.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Just say you're the best and.
Say you're
the
best.
Just tell them the cigar owners.
Yeah,
I was with the Godfather.
Oh, no, don't do that. The legal will be pissed off. We're avoiding those guys.
I ended up getting to meet the owners of all these cigars. I mean, mega AJ Fernandez and Rocky Patel and all these people, and we had a lot of fun.
Major cigar companies.
Oh, yeah.
That's
the
great.
biggest in the world.
And you have your own cigar deal.
Yeah, I got my own deal that people know about. The Crooked Diamond cigars, everybody knows. They going very well.
Good.
Before, having a lot of fun. Okay, first of all, let me show you something. Thanks for the shirts. Dan gave a bunch of shirts, T-shirts for.
Let me see it one more time.
We can do some giveaways, can't we?
Absolutely. And I gave you that stack so you can give them out to your guests if you want, or you can just wear them.
Well, I'd like to give them to kids and people, I don't care if they use them as a work shirt or whatever. I mean, no, it's a good T-shirt,
Well, that's how I got started. I got the shirts for the kids because I have a boxing gym. You may know I have a boxing gym.
We're going to talk we're going to talk about everything. We got time. First of all, let me let Nick know. I met, Nick, I met Daniel in a different way. I kind of knew of you.
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll tell you. I knew of Daniel as an attorney. I knew of him through a couple of people, Gary from the boxing world. First of all, Dan has built a gym in his office, in the back of his office, a whole setup for kids, right, and people, whoever. It's just a top-notch gym. I mean, it's got the ring, the whole. It brought me back.
You wouldn't expect it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock out Logan Paul.
I hope you do.
I'm gonna knock that dude out. People don't think, even Gary and Frank, because I could hit. No more wind. I'm 63.
Well, I want
I'm
you
done.
to train at the gym.
Yeah, of course. We do a whole.
I
have a cruiserweight champ of the world who will come train me.
That's great.
At your gym.
Mark Randazzo. Told me about him. You told
Mark Randazzo. He'll be on the show. Nick knows him. You don't want to run across that guy in a dark alley, do you?
No,
especially the way I met him. No.
Yeah.
He had Freddy Krueger face.
Oh, he's got. Mark is him and I were arrested in Chicago a couple of times. We arrested everywhere. We used to like to fight.
Like a tour.
Yeah,
like the arrest tour. Tell me about Logan Paul. What's the beef there?
Well, Logan Paul, they're all into the fight game and all that. Now, I watched Logan Paul fight. Now, Jake Paul, the brother, he's the real deal. He's the real deal. Now, don't get me kid. The kid Logan Paul's in great shape. He's 28. He's the rest of it. But he doesn't know how to hit. Me, Gary, Frank, a bunch of fighters watched his videos. He doesn't know how to turn, doesn't know the stuff.
He's a good wrestler, though.
No question, that guy. Yeah. He's in great shape, everything else. But listen,
I would love to see how you hit. I'd love.
You know what they call
how you hit.
Yeah,
you will come to the gym.
Yes, you know what they call.
I would love to see
a puncher's power, a puncher's chance.
Right.
And I
win or lose, if I catch him,
two-step.
I'm 245. out of shape, and even get down to 235 in good shape. I'm a wide guy. Let me fucking hit that kid one good shape. A couple. No, it's never one. It's a couple combinations.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but when we get a little bit older, we get that old man strength. So you get that, what I'm saying? Like
it's
you
the
get
opposite
that extra.
Well, I don't know. I think it also.
They call it dad strength.
But I also think it slides.
You think so?
I'm at that definite point. No,
Yeah, I think it's on the opposite spectrum.
People touch me, and you'll.
You got a big fist, Larry. Jesus.
Look at this though. Look at all the
yeah. You got a lot of names on that thing.
The tooth marks. See them all?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, you had to defend yourself, I'm sure.
Even before. But yeah, I mean,
You said even before it got to self-defense, I had to defend myself.
even before it got to self-defense.
Right.
When you're and I know how to turn and
Said I had to jump out of the taxi and tell him it was my
we all
corner.
watched him. We watched his film and
Garbage. I agree.
Film.
he doesn't throw with power.
Oh, the
Doesn't throw
pay-per-view.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, Logan Paul, his technique is not very
It's
good.
not just his technique.
but he's also
he
26.
punches off his back foot too much. He doesn't throw through the weight.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying he's a pro. Well, he's supposed to be a pro and all that. But I think, it's called puncher's chance. I think if I catch him. Now, if I don't catch him
what
in a
is
minute.
the chance?
Here's what we're going to do. 3 2-minute rounds.
I like your shot at 3 2-minute rounds. And the thing is, I mean, Paul couldn't even take out Floyd Mayweather, which obviously he's the greatest. But I mean,
he don't get hit, though.
He doesn't, but he weighs what?
150 pounds, 160 pounds.
You take anybody at that weight versus anybody at Logan Paul's weight, the big guy's winning every
Are
single
you trying to get Larry hurt?
100%.
No. Are you? Just be honest.
No.
Yeah, he says that. All my
Look
friends
at
are trying
the
to get
little
me killed.
smirk, not trying to shine
I'm
through.
in his corner.
You're
I
in
need
his
a lawyer.
corner. That doesn't mean he's not going to get hurt because you're in it.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Maybe. See, legally, he has to say, for
like his
facts
odds.
allegedly.
For facts
he's
allegedly,
got
like
it.
the internet.
For facts allegedly,
You ever see
Larry
the
is going to
internet? They
win
do that?
100.
Yeah, for
100%.
facts.
It's a fact, allegedly, and it's my opinion.
It's in my opinion, for facts.
That is a great way to cover your ass. CYA times 3.
So we got Dan here. Daniel is a defense attorney in county of Brevard and Seminole, I'm sure. Or all of Florida. Right?
I don't take cases out of county anymore.
Oh, you don't go to, even though it's the same circuit?
Nope.
Okay.
Only Brevard.
Okay. Brevard County, Florida, which is pretty big people. It's about 500,000, almost 600,000 people
Something
now.
like that.
And Daniel's one of the leading criminal defense attorneys here. Let me tell you why. The one question I ask every attorney, who knows that I know the law, and I ask him, do you waive speedy? And he off jump said no. That is the biggest sign of a true attorney, everybody out there.
Right.
Because most waive automatically for billing purposes, and you know that.
Right.
It's okay, waive. The kid don't even know what's going on. It goes on, and every phone call from the family, every person. That's where they get the bad name.
Right.
No, yeah. If you asked my mom to waive speedy while I also didn't know what was going on, she'd be like, "Oh, I'm saving money." Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
it's also a lack of confidence because a lot of times they're like, what am I going to do? I need time because people don't like to commit. Committing to anything is fear. So as long as you're not afraid and you say, you know what, I'm ready right now. I take cases sometimes last minute. I got a girl who came to my office 2 weeks ago. She said, Daniel, I'm set for trial in 2 weeks. I need you to continue the case. I said, why? Why do you want me to continue it? This is the time. They're going to expect me to want to continue it. They're going to expect me to say, oh, Your Honor, I just got on the case. Give me some time. No, strike, you know? And then obviously, God forbid, you have the last minute continuance if you need it. But no, I agree, Larry. Waiving speedy is a tool. Speedy trial is the biggest tool a defense attorney could have in his arsenal.
Yes.
100%.
100%. Not also, of course, the evidentiary rules. We're not going to get into, bring it closer. Also, the evidential rules.
That's good. That's more than perfect. Yeah.
You know, the evidential rules are
the rules of evidence, of course.
But that's here nor that's that. But what the biggest thing with feds and state and Daniel and I were talking before the show is when the feds indict you, you can pretty much sure they got their line. They're just getting more and more rats lined up.
That's
you
basically
know that,
it.
really.
Yeah, they just want to get through the pipeline, and they have their case built already.
Even if you beat it, they still got a 99% chance because 20 of the rats on it took pleas. One guy beats it.
Right, I think it's like 96%.
98, 97,
something crazy.
whatever.
And then the rules of discovery and evidence in federal court, forget about it. Forget
It's
about
all lean towards the government for sure. You're gonna like this though. You've been in front of federal judges, of course. Do you practice in front of federal?
I have a license to practice federally, but I typically don't because it's
stay
in
away.
Yeah,
it's funny because I was in federal court and we're waiting. We're in the jury box, just a bunch of inmates, and we're waiting. There's some sentencing, a little bull crap a federal judge has to handle. So we watch this kid, 20s, and he gets up and he's facing 12 to 18 months in front of a federal judge. He goes off and cursing out the judge, the whole thing, how the system sucks and this, and the judge is just listening. And I'm going, oh, this kid's an idiot. This is a federal judge. They could do anything. They're God.
Anything.
They put the president in jail. How's that? We know that.
There you go.
So
we don't yet.
Yeah, no, he better not. So anyway, he goes there. So he sits, we're sitting there, Dan, and the kid's going on. He goes, you done? Nah, I just want that. This is my time. You said I could tell you. Gave the kid 120 months, which is 10 years.
10 years.
Off the jump in the federal system.
And he was looking at 18.
12 to 18.
12 to 18, so he just got times 10.
Months. Yeah.
And he's going to a camp.
X10.
Now he's not going to a camp.
Oh, he was going to a camp?
Over 10. Of course he was. It's 12 years. A nonviolent crime.
Where are they sending him?
Oh, penitentiary. If you're under 25 and you have over 10, you automatically go to a penitentiary now. It should be opposite because, but they're talking about the violence and the kids' natures and shit like that. So anyway, we go back to the whole, you stupid motherfucker.
Was he a violent criminal?
No. I says, you could curse out your cop. You could curse out the prosecutor. You don't
the guard,
ever
the
curse
warden,
a federal judge out.
Never.
That's
what I've learned.
God.
Right. And federally, usually you're not looking at violent crimes. It's usually like fraud or theft or
It's depending.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
But they're not
mine were armed robberies under the RICO.
Right. Yeah.
I got RICO'd.
That's different. Yeah. RICO's a big 4-letter word.
Yeah, you damn
That's
right. Murder, all the things that go under the RICO Act.
Yeah,
predicate. You can look this up in the federal system. The only one who was ever indicted as a sole person under the RICO
was you.
Yeah, and it's impossible.
Always breaking records, Larry. I see.
I know. You're right. I am.
He's always breaking
fucking
records.
Crazy, Daniel.
It's pretty cool.
We can have a blast.
It's pretty cool.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, so Daniel, you practice here, criminal. You take anything from DUIs to drugs, murder. Oh, murders. You just said you had a case in front of a friend of mine, Judge Silverman, and you won.
I did. It was a domestic battery case. We got found not guilty.
Yeah.
30 minutes. The jury was in and out in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Which as you know, 30 minutes is either you kicked ass or you got your ass kicked.
I would just say, most times you don't want that.
No, correct.
Most times.
You don't. And so, but I just felt so good about the case, and we got a not guilty. Judge Silverman did a great job as far as the evidentiary rulings. He was
He's
fair.
a fair judge.
Super fair. But at the same time, he holds the state to their burden in terms of evidentiary rulings, because a lot of judges kind of err on the side of, and we talked about this earlier, a lot of times judges will err on the side of, we're going to protect the state, and then you could always
do an appeal.
You could appeal, but people don't have the money to appeal. An appellate lawyer is so expensive, and so I don't agree with that. I like judges that hold them to the fire.
I especially, you're talking, was it a county court case?
It was a county court case.
Yeah. Because he does sit in circuit.
He does.
He's so senior. He was a judge since 1998. I know him very well, Judge Silverman.
I think he just likes county better. I think it's just his style, but he could do anything.
Listen, the guy is the smartest legal mind I know in this area.
He's brilliant.
I mean, now, I messed with him in this
my
room.
Baby shower.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he came. I invited a lot of judges, and not all of them could make it, and I totally understand that, or they might not they don't want the appearance of impropriety.
Sure.
But he rolled up in his bow tie, ready to rock.
You'll come. I'm going to bring you in a couple places with it. He's a fun guy, man.
Great. He's good people.
Once you tell him you know me, too, he's
I can't wait. Yeah. I'll have to approach the bench for that one, probably.
Oh, you do? Say, Judge, I was just with a friend of yours. He said to say hello. And he'll just, he'll love it.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy, Dave. I know them, all of them very well. Most of those judges, especially the old time. I used to work with Morgan Ryman a lot with district.
Yeah.
I love Charlie Crawford.
She did juvenile, and she did a lot of mental
Charlie's
health
the new chief judge.
Yeah.
And, let me tell you about him. I was in his courtroom. I'm waiting to go to lunch with him one day. And I'm sitting in his courtroom, and it was a closed hearing. It was the prosecutor.
Dependency case or
no, a criminal case. It was a drug case, a mega marijuana case. These two Palm Bay, these two cops roll into. They chase a guy onto a big piece of property around here with like an 18-wheeler full of weed. Mm-hmm. Well, they go into the house, and they said they woke the guy up he got there. He woke him up. He said they went in the house without a warrant because of the stress.
Fleeing felony.
No, because of the stress. They wanted to take the safety of the homeowner. It would look like because there was a broken door to get in. And so Charlie Crawford sits there and looks at them and then asks this question. He goes, the cops on the stand and the defense is hammering him. And the guy, so I see it, Joe, stop. Cops get out, leave. He goes, I want, to the defense, he goes, I want dismissal papers on my desk later. He goes, and you put these guys on the stand. Do you think I believe for 1 second the door was wide open and the guy just didn't care and he went to bed? Right. And that's why they went in? You think
just walk into some random house?
Yeah, just walk
for some distress,
just
like
to check his safety.
I rolled down this side street.
Yeah, the public safety doctrine.
I rolled down this side street and I saw a window open on a 70-degree day. I decided to check on somebody's safety.
Right. Well, the thing is, they have to get a warrant to go into a house, but there's certain exceptions, and that's what Larry's talking about. So if there's a public safety exception,
which you can just kind of
explain. Well,
house is on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. House is on fire. The cops go in to put out the fire, and they just so happen to arrest a couple criminals. Then, yeah, please, thank you. So that would qualify. So they need a warrant unless they have some exception to the warrant requirement.
Yeah. But it seems, what I was trying to say was it seems very loose to where the point. What I was trying to say was it seems very loose to the point where it's like, oh, the door was open.
Well, no, the judge caught it.
Maybe someone was murdered.
Right.
You know,
they can't do that.
But then you can just be like, oh, it was 70 degrees outside with a nice breeze and all the windows were open as well,
that's what
buddy.
we call a hunch.
Yeah.
Mere hunch is not enough.
Okay. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. A cop can't just have a hunch that there's a crime taking place. They have to be able to articulate it.
Yeah.
So meaning I saw two males carrying a firearm, walking into a house. One of them was wearing a mask. The other one had a knife. They need specific and articulable facts.
All right, let's get back. So what happened with me? Let me tell you a great thing. I'm sitting here. I'm up all night. Trust me.
Yeah, I get it.
It's one of those people. So I'm here at 1:40 in the morning, putting this glass bar together.
It is a little shaky. I get why it's so shaky now.
Bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 140 hour.
He knows I'm not a mechanic, that's for sure.
Right.
He says,
especially when you get ripped away from the project with guns in your face.
So listen,
I'll give you
I'm
that
sitting
now.
in here. Listen to this. I got to show you the report. It's crazy afterwards, I will. I'm sitting in here, and I hear Larry Lawton. And I'm thinking, 1:40 in the morning. I'm thinking my computer. I get up. I look at my computer. I open the door. Lights, lasers. Oh, open that door right there. And, I never thought I had my cell phone in my hand. Don't drop your hands. We'll shoot. Of course.
How long do they have to hold body cam footage?
It depends. If there's an active investigation, it has to remain available. If there's an active case, but
you should see if you could get it.
You probably can.
It's probably 2 years. Maybe. You know why? Maybe.
I know a guy who
you should see if you can get it. You know how good those
Moya
views would be?
A chief at the
how good those views
Nelson
would be?
Moya?
Yeah.
I know him well. He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
Great dude.
I know a guy who can get the video for you.
Yeah, I mean, I can put an FOI. Yeah, you can do it. Okay. Yeah.
Let's get the video.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be great content.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see it.
So who put it out on you? Logan Paul, maybe?
No. Listen. So what happens?
Law in Office or whatever they're called.
We'll
send it to them.
Right? They get me out here. Now, I go and they move me out, get on my knees. You'll see this. You got to get the tape. They got me down on my knees, and they boom. And I'm not like your regular person that gets scared. I'm cursing. What the fuck is, I'm screaming. I'm going crazy. I know Nelson Moya very well. I know all the big guys in the department there. So I'm screaming over. Now they got me in cuffs and I'm going crazy now. I do have that PTSD from being a long way. But anyway, also one of the unmarked, whatever. And it's number 2. What's his name? The big guy.
The second. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Nice guy, too. He really is a good guy.
They're not too bad.
No. He comes down. He races down. He jumps out of the car and he says, get him out of those cuffs. Get him out of those cuffs. Because, I just was with lunch with him a week ago, or him and Nelson 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. We were at lunch. And he goes, get him out of those cuffs. Get him out of those cuffs. And they let him out of the cuffs. He goes, Larry, I'm sorry. I said, what the I'm going on? He goes, you were swatted. They said that I have the whole tape. He goes, you could go see Chief in the morning. There's a guy called in here. I got the tapes in it and the tray. They had 15 cops. They shut the street down up in Norwood. They shut the down here. Cops. They got dogs and everything in the back of the whole 15 cops at 1 a.m. And they must have mobilized the unit, SWAT, whatever it is.
Yeah, for what?
I'll show you the whole transcript.
But I mean, so they just called in and said you had weapons?
No, they said I'm holding a guy. I have a Glock with a Glock. They named the gun and dynamite, and I'm holding an older guy with an older lady.
They called the police station for ransom.
That's
who they called for ransom, not a family member, not like anyone not at the internet.
Oh.
They called the police station for ransom. Oh, I'm gonna kill these guys if you don't give me $10,000, some shit like that. It's like, why would you call a police station for ransom?
So anyway,
so now they got charged, right?
No,
listen,
you can't find these people.
You can't.
Let me tell you what happened.
It's like trying to find a person who scammed you on, like an Indian that scammed you on the internet.
Let me tell you what I found out.
Yeah, that's hard too.
On that end of it, 2 things. So I call my lawyer, a guy I deal with entertainment stuff, and he goes, "Let me tell you the law now. Celebrities or like yourself, people who are notable, they call them. If it happens once, okay, they got to pass. If they did that again, the cops did that to me again, we can make money on it."
I understand.
He says because they put you on a list or whatever that this can happen.
That you're like a highly recognized individual.
Yeah, notable person.
Call me before you raid my house.
Right.
Call me.
Like you're on a list now.
Call
Even
me.
do more, do
if you
whatever
get
they got
any
to do.
sketchy call. So like, if he moves to Fort Lauderdale, his best bet that
Go
day
to the
he
police
moves
station,
in
let them
is
know.
to call and be like, "Hey, I'm so and so. If you get any sketchy calls, it's somebody trying to mess
Right.
with your department,
Right.
And
Yeah.
you guys are gonna look dumb.
Yeah, then they're going to show up then.
Yeah. Oh,
that
right
sounds
there.
weird,
yeah.
man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
We're gonna pull up.
exactly.
But let me tell you what happened. So it was just what freaked me out because it's in the report. 2 cops went through this whole house, right? And even in the report, it says older woman
Yeah.
sleeping in the bed.
I think
my
I have
mother
it.
never woke up. So listen to this, Daniel. Look at my dog, Morty.
Oh, shit. He really has like sleeves on his leg.
Yeah, he cannot walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, see, he's good now. He'll sit there for a few minutes.
He's such a sweetheart.
But we do
Yeah,
need
he
to.
is.
He needs to start walking on his own now.
Yeah.
So
Daniel, so we go in there, and I asked my lawyer, I said, what happens? He goes, Larry, if you had 10 keys of coke on that desk, they couldn't have touched it.
No.
They couldn't even got a warrant after the fact and said, oh, we saw it while we were in there. It's fruit of the poison, the tree.
Yeah,
it'll work.
completely.
There's no way. I go, you sure? He goes, yes. He goes, I'd love to fight that one.
Right.
He goes, but you didn't have any, did you? I said, no, I didn't have any crap. I says, I hide mine. I told him. But no, he laughed and he said, no, that's you're glad you said that to people because people think, and that's the same thing. They went for what do they call it? It's a wellness check of the people in the house.
Right.
So, but once they do that, they only could check the people or what
Safety.
it is. They can't look. They can't. Oh, you see them come and they open people's drawer. You ever see some of the videos?
Yeah.
They open people. What are you looking for in a drawer?
Right. I've seen dozens of them.
You must fight those. I mean,
Yeah, of course, because there's no PC.
Do you love it? Do
do.
you see right away?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got these guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite. Whenever they do something illegal, you sink your teeth into it like a predator. Like you find it's like blood in the water. You know what I mean?
I often tell them, Daniel, I says, it's fun. I says, I told cops, and I have chiefs in here. I just did the Miami police chief here.
You did?
Not here in my RV.
Nice.
Oh,
He did
yeah.
him in the RV.
Oh, you did. He's like us. Yeah, oh, you did.
He did him in the RV.
Yeah, I did him.
He did him in the RV, huh?
A lot of fun. So he says, with all of them, that obviously, I said every cop should carry the first 10 fucking amendments of the Constitution. Yeah, there's
Good
27. It's been altered. But the first 10, the Bill of Rights.
It's a Bill of Rights.
If you don't know your first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, and eighth, you better know them. I'm talking cops.
Those are the main ones. I'm glad you
For
listed those
us.
off. Yeah. Well, for just common citizens, you know.
Right. That's what I meant.
Freedom of expression. When you were on your knees saying
religion,
fuck you.
of course.
Yeah, when you were saying fuck you to the cops when they broke in, that's a free speech right there.
Absolutely.
You know, Fourth Amendment, search and seizure.
You know, around here they get you for resisting arrest for
That's
saying
it. Yeah, I know. Well, because now they changed it. If you notice, it's no longer resisting arrest. It's just resisting without violence, because they changed it. So even if you're not, because even if you're not resisting an actual arrest, if you're just resisting an investigation. So let's say, for example, you got pulled over. I'm following you. We're going to a party together. I'm behind you. Cop pulls you over and he starts investigating. I get out of my car and I just go, "Hey guys, what's going on? Why are you talking to my friend Larry?" I could conceivably be charged with resisting, even though I'm not being arrested. You're not being arrested. I'm just
resisting.
It's crazy.
It's not interfering.
It's interfering or otherwise impeding an investigation.
But you know, I love this because this is the law. This is the part when I get a good lawyer like yourself. That kind of pisses me off because you have to have probable cause to stop, and that's not the sign of a light.
Correct.
That's a traffic citation,
Correct.
which is a civil citation.
Correct. It is.
It's not a criminal.
Correct.
So once you start a criminal investigation, like you said, to stop you. Listen, if you were behind me, first of all, from now on, wherever out, you are my lawyer.
That's fine.
So if you stopped and you said, "Hold on, mister, I'm his lawyer,"
that's different, I think. But, you know, there's always arguments. It's a gray area. The law is gray, Larry. You know this. You know, what wins for you might not win for the next guy, and vice versa. You know,
and no two cases are the same, they say.
No, and imagine when these cops broke in, let's say when they came into your house, imagine if you looked a little different. You're darker complexion. You're a black guy with dreadlocks, and it smelled like weed. You know, let's just change the facts a little bit. Would you have been safe that night? Who knows? Probably not.
I am lucky.
You had a cell phone in your hand. If it was a black guy, it could have been like hey, he had a gun or whatever, because we see that.
Daniel, I thought about it different. How about me just getting shot right there? I'm an ex-con, a violent record.
Yeah.
You know, you look through my records. Now, I'll show you.
Right.
It's pretty bad. So you do that, and they go, "Wow, we looked this guy up. Who is he?" And now they'll justify that.
100%.
You know
what they do.
And that pisses me off.
Well, this is what we talked about before the show, is that in a state case, they arrest and then they try to build after the fact. So they're like, "Oh, how do we justify that we broke into this guy's house? How do we justify that we put a bullet in him? He had a gun."
I'm going to transition to something for you, because what I believe in. And I think, first of all, let everybody know out there, Daniel also has amazing boxing gym. We're going to be doing some videos there, I hope.
I hope so.
I hope we could do some charity stuff with kids. I do a lot, and I give a lot back. I always do. I used to run a golf tournament, a bowling event every year in this area. Now I'm back with my mom, so I'm going to do something. We're thinking about what. Maybe a boxing thing or something for kids.
That'd be
It's
great.
all about discipline. And it's not about the violence. It's about discipline, and it's respect. And you'll find kids who get into boxing or martial arts. And I did judo as a kid, and it's all about respect.
You did judo?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're built good for judo. You got a good frame for that.
Exactly.
You got to be stocky.
Stocky.
Yeah, because you got the leverage.
And see, that's why I have very strong hands. And that's where, you remember we talked earlier about my dad's strength. But I'm starting to lose it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't
come
be
to the
beaten in
gym,
arm
Larry.
wrestling.
Free. You got a free gym.
Thank you
Come
very
work out
much.
at
I
it.
do appreciate
I'm right
that.
down the street. You know
I
this.
appreciate that, really.
You know,
I might start taking up about that.
We just got to bring Nick.
Absolutely.
Nick, you going to come to the gym?
Yeah, you got to come. We got a free gym now, but I have a free gym anyway. You know what my gym is? You know, Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
I'm 24 hours.
Yep.
It's right around the corner.
That's not free.
Well, I pay.
Right, but what I'm saying is that...
we'll pay. We're not trying to get free, but
No, my gym is free.
No, he's for us.
Oh, nice.
We can go use
My
the
gym's
gym.
free anyway. Like, it's not just,
nice.
even though you're friends of mine, I'd take care of you. But I mean, my gym is free. That's why I built it. It's for specifically, I have the Special Olympics program, do weight training there. I have kids do boxing. You know, it's what I try to give back. But
Got to bring Shane Gillis.
Yeah, and it's not just, Nick, it's not just boxing stuff. I have weights there too. So I have a bench. I have
me and Larry are boxing.
the whole, that's
Oh,
fine.
We have a pay-per-view event coming up.
That's fine.
That would
So-
be a great pay-per-view event.
People would watch it.
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
They would.
I'm scared.
What do you think happens?
I don't care.
I think Larry's dad's strength is
I don't care what happens.
fight.
I don't care what happens. I know it's going to be a good pay-per-view event. I don't give a fuck what happens.
Daniel, I just throw him in a corner.
Or let's put together an event, a fighting event.
He just holds the whole
Why don't
time.
we do something? I've thought about that
let's
before.
go. Come on.
I've promoted 2 or 3 boxing events before, MMA and boxing, and there's money in it, but also
And then if I accidentally kill him, you'll be my lawyer. Be like, dude, he didn't mean to.
not anymore because now I represent Larry.
He's representing.
No,
I did it already.
no.
I represent Larry and the show.
No.
And the show and the business.
And the business.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm the show.
oh damn.
I'm part of the employment under Larry.
In your contract, it says you can't sue.
I'm protected.
It says you can't
So
sue.
now I'm saying now your kids and family can't sue me if you fall and break your neck
Right.
after a hit.
Well, the good news is if anything happens at my gym, we cut the cameras.
No, keep him. I want him keep him going.
But hey, no, what you're doing there is
The
great.
jury's gonna be like, he's 125, dude.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
Like he didn't mean to do it.
Right.
He slipped. The guy had a heart attack.
Maybe
That's it.
Larry shouldn't have fall.
No,
like
and you don't
fell
have
over.
to, like, we don't have to do sparring. I have 6 heavy bags. I have the
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I saw that. I'd love to
Very-
get back in it because it's all about win. You know, fighting is all about win. Anybody who's been in the fighting game, there's a few little things. If you could take a shot, usually that's just some people can, some can't.
Right.
Certain things with chins and whatever.
And I don't try to spar anymore because I have a
you get
kid. I don't want to
too
get hit a lot, and it's not about one. It's not about one big shot. It's about all the dozens of little
tiny
the little
brain
tiny,
knocks.
the little
The brain.
tiny knocks.
The brain
shoots
going
shit
back
out of your
and
brain.
forth.
Yeah, you've seen those CTE movies.
I know the guy, a
We've
lawyer
seen
friend
Joe
of mine
Rog-
down
Joe
south.
Rogan.
Named Glenn Rodderman, one of the leading. He was a former judge, now he's a criminal defense in Fort Lauderdale. Good friend of mine. Golf with him all the time, and his son is is Nowinski, the guy who did for the NFL the CT things with the brains, getting him
Right.
in.
Those
he was
guys
a
are a
former
mess.
wrestler, a former huge kid, a nice guy.
Collegiate wrestler, or
and I think bullcrap, right? You know,
What's
the
collegiate?
the
WWE card, whatever. But also
entertainment.
Collegiate entertainment. Okay.
no.
Well, the collegiates
Collegiate.
That's what I'm
Real.
asking. What's collegiate?
collegiate, like college
Collegiate.
wrestling.
College wrestling.
Like think about
College,
you know when
okay.
you went to high school and they had wrestlers with like the singlets and there's
We weren't
that-
allowed.
Okay.
He went to a Catholic school.
Yeah, we weren't allowed. It was too violent. We didn't have hockey. We didn't have wrestling.
He knows how much
We
bullshit
didn't-
that is, too.
We didn't have rugby.
But you know
we
what I'm
didn't
talking
ha-
about?
yeah.
Like you see the guys who have the things right
Yeah,
there on
yeah,
their
yeah.
ears. Like that's
And then they
like
have the onesies.
singlets
Yeah.
they call that.
Okay.
So that's like for points, but then there's like the rest, like entertainment wrestling. That's
Right,
like
you know,
the
WWE.
Like
Logan
WWE,
Paul
yeah.
crap.
Yeah,
He had to
he's
get
really
changed.
good at it though.
That kid's great.
You see the backflips?
Well, because
he
he's
does?
an
No, the
all-state
kid-
wrestler.
The kid
Was
is,
he?
He was an all-state champion college wrestler. Like he went to college for free for wrestling. Him
Didn't he
and
win-
his brother.
I
He's
thought
a
they
big-
just went from straight to.
No, they went to college. Or Jake didn't go to college because Logan started blowing up in college offline. But Logan, I'm pretty sure, had a full ride because he's an all-state wrestler.
That's
he was
crazy.
like one of the best wrestlers in
In his
con-
area.
Kid's
in
in
his
great
area.
shape. No,
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
So
He's
and he's
28.
huge. I did not notice how big he was until a Vine came out
What
of
is he,
him
like,
wrestling
6'4"
something.
or something?
No,
He's
6'2".
6'2".
Okay.
He's
But he's
almost
big, though.
195.
He's pushing 200. Yeah,
He's big.
He's a big. He's a big
He's
boy.
big bone too. He's just got like that frame.
Roids.
If he
Some might
grabs
say
you-
steroids. You know, I'm just. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
care.
he sure is.
He
There's
probably
no
does,
question.
but I don't really hold that against him.
I don't
Oh, I
either.
don't either.
No,
'Cause
because
you
guess
can't-
what?
I never did, though.
I personally could do steroids every single day, and I couldn't get like Logan.
Exactly.
You know, like
the point is that people
I
think
would be
like, oh,
eating
you just shoot up
pizzas, yeah.
and you get big. No, you still
No.
have to train. You still have to eat. You still have to diet.
have to
you
train
still have
harder,
to sleep
yeah.
well, drink water.
I used to. I never took steroids.
And that's like the Olympics. There's
I
a new,
did in college a little
Did you?
bit. Yeah.
I had a
There's
375 bench.
That's
No, never. I couldn't hit 400. That was my piss.
that's hard.
I had a hell of a squat.
You got short arms.
and there's no point.
Yeah, I had a-
and there's no point.
Who?
There's no point
In what?
to hit a 400.
You're
There's
right.
Zero.
Now
point.
that I look
what
back,
is the point
all that
to
heavy
doing
crap
that?
has
Ego.
killed me. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's
for your
right.
own ego.
And you're
That's it.
tearing your something. You're tearing something.
100%.
Anyone who's lifting that much has gotten hurt multiple times.
Yeah, the most I've ever been able
Multiple
to bench is like
times.
350,
Yeah.
365,
Yeah.
and that
But
was when
good.
I was like
But-
really, really training. But
Have you-
it doesn't make sense.
I was 200 when I hit 375 was my best, and I tried 400.
I think I was in like
almost
5th grade when I was my most fit. I won like the push-up test.
You
It was
did?
It's pretty lit.
That is pretty lit.
After that,
get,
it was
like,
just
He's
all.
on fire
After
today.
that, it was all video games.
He's got the one
Smoke
like,
another joint. Do
After
another
that, it was
line,
all
do
video
something.
games.
did you get like a certificate? Like
Oh yeah, I had that the magnet. It was a little magnet. It was a red magnet, not blue. I was like, Mom, put this motherfucker
Hell
up.
yeah, is it still
Get
up
this
there?
up on the
funny, dude.
fridge.
Is it still out there?
But
He's
what I was,
yours. You do shit
what I
for
was
you.
what I was trying to get
You're
to
gonna be a lawyer.
was
Really?
have you guys
Criminal
heard about
shop.
the new Olympics that promote steroids? Like if you take steroids, all these billionaires are investing in a new.
Seriously?
Yes,
No
I'm being
fucking-
so serious. It's
So you
going
can
to
just take
happen.
whatever you want.
It's what are they called? Like what is the nice word to call steroids?
Performance enhancing.
And performance enhancing pro sports is what they're coming out with for the Olympics.
Dude, it's
all these
more
billionaires are
entertaining.
investing
Listen to
in
me.
it.
I
Because it
believe-
is. No, it is. It's getting to the point where everyone's at their limits. And we're not fucking like breeding humans.
Right.
So now it's to the point where we want to see some crazy shit.
That's why people watch WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not like a real sport, and
Yeah.
they know that. But
There's
just wanna
some
see it.
athletes, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
they're
just wanna
Don't
see
think
it.
for a minute.
And if they shoot up, I don't give a fuck. Like they
No,
can shoot up.
nobody cares.
Go ahead.
They're
No,
like-
it's your body.
Their life expectancy is like 44. These
Listen,
pissers.
Yeah.
my thing is that like we've talked about this. Whatever you want to do as an adult, I don't care what it is in this house. If it's non-underage people, non-kids, I don't care what drug, what sex, what things you want to do. Anyone in your privacy, your own home, long as it's not hurting
America.
others. You know, you're not hurting. You're not bothering your neighbor, and it's not illegal with a kid. Other than that, I don't give a fuck.
Have
People
at
know
it.
me on the show.
Have
I
at
talked to 2 doctors on this show, and both of them agree that every single drug should be legal, even fentanyl. And they go, "What?" And I agreed. Here's why: if you want something to kill yourself, go to the Home Depot right here. Home Depot. Go to the garden section.
Get a nail
and you
gun.
can get. No, you can get as more pesticides. These kids snort paint, this, whatever that's legal.
And-
vape, you can do it. So once we start saying, okay, no, let's legalize coke, it's okay, but not Molly. Let's legalize it. That's
it's
bullshit.
way-
We're letting the government become.
It's way less
You
You know what
dangerous.
country did that? Portugal. And in 11 years, they completely decimated the drug problems out there. Did you know this?
You know, Sweden has done that too. It's
Yeah.
Switzerland. And you know who did it in the United States?
Who?
Oregon.
Oh yeah. It's incredible you're not addicted to it. So you don't have that.
I don't do it anymore, but I smoke more weed. So I'm here, and you could ask.
Which is better than Oxy.
My
so I feel
buddies,
like.
I hang out with a lot of doctors. So we're all sitting here. We're at lunch one day, Frank, and he goes, Larry, I watch you. I golf with you. You take a 30 milligram Oxy at the 9th hole, and you'll take one beforehand and one in the thing. I've never seen you high in my life. And I've been to the Jackson Memorial, which is the spinal cord clinic, and it's the best in the world. They said, you'll never get high. I go, what do you mean? They explained oxycodone to me. They said, let me tell you what opioids do. He goes, an opioid gets in your system, and it searches out information throughout your whole body. It attaches onto the information, and it dulls it. You're not going to cure it. It just dulls it so it's bearable. He goes, an athlete will break his arm. He needs it. But when he does not have any more inflammation, he keeps taking it. It then looks for inflammation. There's none.
Goes
And
right
it
to
goes
the
to the
brain.
endorphin.
Gotcha.
That's when you become, he goes, you have so
You have
much.
to have injuries then.
Makes a lot of
Bingo.
sense. Yeah.
That
He goes,
does make a shit ton of sense.
I mean, because
But
you don't
then when
have
you
that
think about it,
information.
yeah.
I don't have that information, and some people are just
Inflammation,
wired
yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
That's
even.
why I
I
don't
don't
drink
know
anymore.
about the wirement, Daniel. Again, that's a great show. We're gonna have a lot of shows. I think.
Yeah.
I think you could be a great guest for legal and stuff. I think because we can go over some of these
About
shows.
anything.
I'd love that. We have a
Go
lot
in
of
circles.
fun.
We talk a lot. Both of us talk a lot.
That's good.
Yeah. And John warned me. He's like, hey, man, you better. When John came over,
Torres.
Torres linked us up. He gave me Larry's number. I've known of Larry for a long time, but John Torres gave me his number because we're both promoting a comic right now. And then
We're gonna
Larry
talk
was
about
going to
that.
stop by the office, and John goes, hey, man, cancel your afternoon appointments.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's not a 30-minute. That's why even today, like scheduling for Larry is a challenge.
It's a job.
It's a challenge. It works out a lot of the times. 95%, 99% of the time it works out. But sometimes you get an office with a car buyer, a trainee, an interviewer, a dog that doesn't have legs, and it's fun.
Yeah, but you make
It's
it
a-
work.
Yeah, it's a
You know
wild
what?
ride. It's fun.
I'm telling you, those
fun.
shit doesn't bother. That I stress in my own ways.
That's why today I was like,
I'm on a big
all right,
trip
guys.
this week.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm leaving tonight.
Oh, we've been slammed.
But
Holy cow.
Yeah,
that-
you've been doubling up, right?
But that's okay. I'm so happy you're here, and I appreciate you coming.
No,
Oh, yeah,
my
today
pleasure.
I was like, he's coming back. Cool. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because I was stressing out last night. I
No,
was like,
you're
I
good,
got a
man.
show. I got 2 shows, 3 video. I was like, holy
You're good. You're good. You're good.
I said, so you said you had a comic book.
Yeah. So one of the things I do is I'm like you, Larry. I do a lot of different things. I
love that.
sell real. I'm a defense attorney. I sell real estate. I got a comic book company. I try to be active. Right.
We got to get some business together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. So I got a comic coming out called Hell on Heels. And the way I describe it is it's like American Psycho meets the Kardashians. So it's 3 chicks.
Nick, this is something Nick wants. He's a big comic
Dude, I'll
book
show
guy.
you. I'll
That's
show you.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll show you some of the pictures.
It's sold right there.
Yeah, so it's basically 3 hot chicks that are sisters. They got all the money in the world. They go to UCLA. Well, you call it University of Los Angeles because you can't copy UCLA. But they fucking murder corrupt men at night. So there's like a Harvey Weinstein type guy. There's like
I love this.
Wait, okay.
like
Are you kidding
Okay.
me?
there's like a
You have
quick,
any?
Yeah.
quick suggestion. Before you print it, go back, just name them all the Kardashians with 1 letter missing. You
Right.
can, you're a
They're
lawyer.
called the Storms. I like their names.
You know? Okay, okay.
Riley Storm, Sienna Storm, and
Just-
Bella Storm.
I just like,
But
I'm
they're
imagining
badass.
a comic book. It was like, that's clearly Kim murdering someone.
Especially with a big ass
Named-
girl.
named-
hot.
named
big
Kime.
Yeah, they look
Named
just like
Kime, you know? It's just,
No, they're
Chloe's
really
name
hot,
is
and they-
Kai.
Has a boyfriend
Yeah,
named Khan.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah, but they murk.
Yee, not yay. Yee.
Yeah, they murk these like awful men. You know?
Awesome.
So like I take a
like a
prototype.
wet-
Think of all the dudes that are just like the biggest piece
Scumbags,
of shit.
pedophiles.
Bernie Madoff.
Oh,
like, there's like a Bernie
Dahmer.
Madoff guy in there. All the biggest scumbags
cool.
that abuse their
Weinstein.
power.
Is there a,
Weinstein.
There's a Weinstein character, and so they just go out
Epstein.
at night. They're super hot. They
You
have
need
their
an
whole-
Epstein.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is.
who's the
There is.
Nickelodeon producer that loves feet?
Oh, that I know. Who
Get
you're talking
him.
about.
Get him.
Yeah, that guy. But there's guys like
Spoof
that.
him,
That's a
yeah.
They
great-
just murder
Where
them.
did you come? You got a crazy mind like me.
Yeah.
That's
You're
so cool
dangerous
though.
to
I'm
me.
sick.
Dude, you could
You're
totally
fucking
write.
sick like me, man.
You could do like Nickelodeon and make fun of Mickey Mouse and
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
you ever watch South Park?
You know,
That's a good idea.
and have just all those producers.
South Park, yeah.
Clear as day.
Yeah.
Do you
but
like
call
South
it
Park?
Nickelodeon,
Because those guys are degenerates.
dude.
Do you like South Park?
They're
Do
writing.
you remember the incident?
They're writing
with the
kitty
Jonas
porn for
Brothers?
themselves.
Mickey.
Yeah.
They make him with Tourette's.
With his, and they use, they use Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
Fucking
That's
love
great.
that. I played that during a meeting of my staff.
That's hilarious.
I come all the way to Colorado for your problem.
This is your problem.
That sounds just like it, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, you've come a long way on it.
we watch that thing all day. I know everyone. Who in this room thought they had the permission to badmouth the Chinese government? Who? Shut up, Thor.
Yeah, man.
Shut
He
up,
said,
Thor.
Thor goes,
it's-
well, I mean, they do have a real, he goes, shut up, Thor. I pay you for your looks, not for your opinion.
I pay you to flex. He shut up.
Yeah, and it's actually such a great symbol, right? Because Disney is so like it's a family-friendly company, but it's as ruthless. Fucking ruthless.
Cutthroat.
Disney's
Cutthroat.
ruthless.
They-
All right, so I'm getting back into your comics.
yeah.
So you have a comic. You two, you're creating a comic.
It comes out on
Why
Tuesday.
comics and not like you read a lot? You're a lawyer.
That's exactly a great point. The reason why is because it doesn't have a lot of text. It's more about the art and the visuals and the look. Because I read law books for a living. I write legal papers for a living. So when I read, I'm such a nerd. If I'm reading like at home, I'm reading comics because it's just I like to look at the art. It's relaxing to me. I swear to God.
No.
And so I thought, hey, could I write one of these things? And my friend and I did 2 of them previously already. No Contest 1 and No Contest 2.
Who's your friend?
Travis Gibb. He's done 50 books already. He's a genius in the
Do you know
comic book.
Travis knows me from the beginning?
You know Travis?
Travis worked on my website in the beginning.
yeah.
He was a graphic guy. I think he was up on Minton Road.
Effects Agency.
He was with the guy named who did the veterans owned businesses. John, I'm a veteran owned.
Travis is a great dude.
I like Travis a lot.
He
Tell
and
him I said hi if you
I
get
will.
contact.
I'll tell him today. I was speaking to him earlier today.
Yeah, man, you got to bring him here. I haven't seen Travis in forever, man.
He's done 50 fucking published comic books, which is not an easy feat. You figure at best, like if I wanted to just write comics for a living, I could at best case scenario, write like 4 a year. He's got 50 already. He's got Marvel and DC.
You could do
looking
more.
at him.
I'm an author.
Well, the
so
creation process, I could write them all day. I've already written 5 issues of the new one, but the problem is the Brazilian. I got to give my art to or I have to get the art.
Oh,
drawn
he's
yeah,
doing
but that
all
would be
of it?
so streamlined.
Is he doing all of it?
What's that?
You said he's doing all of it?
No, he does his own. No, he writes them, but he has an art team, and that's the thing. Because I can't do the art.
For sure.
So I have an artist, I have a colorist, I have a graphic designer, I have a logoist, I have an editor, etc. So by the time it gets through everybody, it takes about 2 to 3 months to deliver a comic.
Yeah, that's why. Like in high school, I was in like all of the higher art classes, and all of like the major art classes or the major artists that should have been there. They were all like, "Oh, I want to like create my own video game and do the art and write the story and my own comic books and do the story and do the." I was like, it's impossible. You can't do it. And they'd be like, "You're a dick." I'm like, "I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying like,
real.
You're an amazing artist. Either focus on, production and writing the story, and then create the art concept, but you can't."
You got to
create the art. You can do the.
That's why there's colorists. Think about it. So like
you can't even color if you're the artist, you're not the colorer too.
Shouldn't.
You're not fucking coloring your own pictures.
See, I did not know all
It's just like
and
content creation, dude.
No, I know content.
It's the same thing.
But it is. It's
like you shouldn't be creating your own thumbnails. It's a waste of time.
Right. The artist
you can if you want.
Pencils and inks. So it's just a black and white, and then you give it to a colorist, and then you give it to a letterer. Believe it or not, there's people that just literally only put the little bubbles.
Bam! Wow.
With the letters.
Yeah.
Bam! Wow! Or the like the boxes that'll say what the character's thinking. The narrators.
Yeah, they'll figure out where to put the bubble.
That. You write.
I write it, but I don't lay it down. I write the script.
So there's a person that just literally lays it out.
There's someone who figures out where the text bubble should go.
And what
he doesn't have to focus on that.
I guess obviously as a guy who loves data, I'm a data-driven person.
100%. And they do logos. There's guys that just create the logos. They have to decide what font. If you look at it like 10 different comics, they'll have 10 different fonts depending upon how you want the character to sound. Or some of them will have like thought bubbles, like the little thought bubble. But then some of
Remember them?
Yeah, but now they have narrators bubbles, so it depends on the style you're going with. But this book I'm doing now is like really violent and sexy, and
I love it.
Exciting.
My kind of.
So there's a lot of those thought bubbles.
Hey, we got to tell a story here. You're gonna laugh at this.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Texting, of course.
Yeah,
Never. I thought the symbol for sperm was not the water shooting. I thought it was that.
He was putting the angry text bubbles with the spikes.
Yeah.
He was putting those instead of the water splash symbol.
I'm thinking.
So when he's texting sexy, he's straight putting the angry text bubble.
Like, oh man, I just came and I put this thing there, and I showed. I said, look at this hot broad I got.
He was like, look at this girl, and he was like, read this message. I read it. I go, I see it 3 times. I was like, what is...
So she's thinking he's pissed at her, probably.
I was like, what is this? He's like, I'm talking about like a...
Squirting on her face or something.
You go. I narrate. I'll cut it if you want. He goes,
no, I don't care.
Like a hot load of semen or a warm load of semen.
And it was the angry face with the spikes?
No, it was the text bubble. The white text bubble with the spikes.
If you look on your phone...
And he's old and can't see.
You got an iPhone,
you
do
got to
you
show
think?
me which one it is.
I got you.
I got to show him. You got to show him.
Just show me. Yeah, show me.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. I'll pull it up on the computer.
He'll pull it up. That'd be good.
But he was like,
That's such a dad thing.
He's
to
like,
do.
sexting. It's like a hot load of semen, and I was like,
that's like such a dad move. I like it.
I go, there's like an actual thing
But
for
it's
that,
pretty cool
right?
that you already know how to use emojis. Because my dad, like for example, he's probably about 67, but like he doesn't know that shit. He doesn't know how to use that shit. He just learned how to do the text talking thing.
Yeah.
You want to hear the best?
You did
My
too.
mom is going to be 91 2 weeks. March 10th.
He did it yesterday. He was texting you. He
was it
like,
voice
yes,
text?
Yeah. Voice
or was it the voice memos or whatever?
No, he was doing voice text because he was like, all right, Nick, period. I'm going to talk to you later.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
question mark, like one of those deals.
Who was doing it? Your dad?
No, that was you yesterday at my office or the day before. It was the day before. When you were at my office, you were texting Nick, and I thought you were using that.
See, I just taught him the text, the voice memo.
I'm pretty good. Let's get this
Where
straight.
you just have to just listen.
I hate those for some reason.
I think they're a little sneaky. People who send me texts, I think they're
And you got to
a
keep
little
them.
sneaky.
They go
That's
away.
why, because they go away after the first time you listen to them.
Unless
If you
you
don't
keep-
save them first.
And you're
so
never
then
gonna
I kind of get the little sneakiness away. I'm like, why can't you just?
Snapchat.
Just put it in writing.
Yeah,
Why can't you put it in writing?
That's what I think.
Because who
Snapchat.
the hell's going to think of keeping it on the first, you
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
click
yeah, yeah.
play.
Yeah.
And it'll say, do you want to
I
keep
never.
this? Nah.
I'm like, no, and then
No.
it's like some good information where you're like, I should have kept that.
What is that assholes logo? Like, that looks pretty cool.
Assholes Live Forever is a guy named Kirill. He's a friend of mine.
It looks like a...
I got to show you something. You're going to love
Is it
something
a
I
Bentley
did.
logo or something?
I don't know.
It's like a...
It's a
Put
what?
this up,
What are you
Nick.
asking?
Where it says assholes on your laptop.
What kind of logo did you say it was?
Assholes Live
Is it
Forever.
like a Bentley? Like the top part?
Oh, I don't know if it's
I'll
a
show
play
that
on
one.
Bentley.
I think that is. It's a play on Bentley, I think.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
the
totally. I never noticed that. That's
Kirill's so
100% a
smart.
Bentley.
Kirill, I'll tell you. Okay.
Here's the emoji he was.
Let me
sending.
see it.
Hold on. Oh, I messed it up here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, definitely not come. That's
It was-
comic. Now I know why you brought it up in the comic discussion.
I was like,
Well,
that's kind of
'cause
related.
It was like
Because this is what he was trying to send.
yeah, I know what you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the
Like the
water
nut one.
spurt, the water
Yeah.
thing. Now I learned that. He said, "No, you use this one." I said,
But hey, I'm proud of you for using emojis, though, Larry.
I'm trying, man.
Oh, he uses them
He's
way
a
more
very
than I
modern
use them.
guy. You're a very modern
Yeah.
guy. Like
You use emojis more than
I'm
I do.
actually pretty good. Actually,
No, you're
man.
very
I can
modern.
do what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
you're very modern for being a guy that's like a little bit
He was
past
like,
middle age.
but that's blue.
Because you're not old. Everything's changed now.
100%.
You're like if I told my dad right now, if I was like, yeah, I hung out with this old guy named Larry,
party with him, hang out.
He'd go, how old is he? And I'd say, what, 62?
Up 3. I'll be
63. My dad would go, that
62 right
he's
now.
young. My grandfather just died at 94.
Yeah. Born in
man.
61. Born in
60. What a time to be alive, huh? 60s.
Wow, I remember I was at the Met games when the Mets won in
Oh,
1969.
69.
69.
They beat the Red
1969
Sox?
Mets. No, that was 86.
Oh,
that was the great Mookie Wilson move.
Who did they beat?
Back in 69?
The
They won the
Royals?
World Championship. No, that was in
I don't remember.
I think it was
I wasn't alive, but I don't remember.
I remember it too. Who was that in the Mets?
The Mets
Freak
beat...
the Met. Yeah, you can look that up. But anyway, so we go. Oh shit, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because as a young, my mind, I often tell all my friends is, listen, motherfuckers, I might be 62, but I take 12 years off the jump.
It's almost like a car. Listen, you were in the pen, so it's almost like a car that wasn't running for 12 years.
But also, and I was what's different? Come here, Morty.
Morty.
I was at the worst.
Nick and Morty, huh?
Nick and Morty. That's a good one. No, Morty.
Has anybody ever said that before? Nick, damn it. I thought I was.
He goes, it's funny though, because he, I tell all my friends, I went away at 34 years old, and I got out at 46. Talk about the best years of your life.
Yeah.
Money, sex, knowledge.
Life.
34 to 46, you pass the kid shit. I was fucking making money all over the place. I'm a businessman. I'm more of a visionary, obviously, than a guy that's just, I need more hits.
That's going to keep you young, though, too. It's going to keep you sharp. It's almost like Trump. Trump is,
Yeah.
he's
100%.
old. He's
His lawyer?
Huh?
His lawyer he's got around him?
Oh, that blonde, that lady now?
Alina Habba.
Oh.
He picked her to the T, dude.
Just because she's attractive. She's not the greatest.
It's him.
No, but it's him.
It's him.
She's talked
I listened
just like
to her
him
and I'm
now.
like, you are right no matter what you say.
Right.
Like,
You ever hear
you're
her
totally
on an
right.
interview?
But as a defense attorney, I will say in court she's not good.
Listen.
She's good on like the news
The
stations
media.
and stuff.
And
Right. She's
That's
a great-
She
90
should have been that
I think
and
that's-
not in
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
court
yeah.
with him. Because that's why he's getting taken else.
oh.
Dude, her
What you're
evidence-
saying? He should have had a really good lawyer
He
that
needed
had
a
her
Johnny
go out.
Cochran.
an
Go
older
out,
dude,
yeah.
like in his 60s and 70s, who's not a good
Then had him
Alan
go out on the
Dershowitz.
camera. Or
He
had her
needed
go
a
out.
Dershowitz or somebody like that. You know what I mean?
You got it, Larry.
What'd he win? What's Dershowitz
Alan
most
Dershowitz,
famous
he
case?
was actually on the Dream Team.
Yeah,
with Ron
OJ.
Kardashian.
Oh, okay,
O.J.
cool.
Simpson, Ron Cochran.
That was the only case I was thinking about. So
Those guys that are.
He was on that one, and he actually represented Trump during the impeachment, and he beat it.
And he made it.
has there ever been a more of a famous case to spawn?
Sure.
A
lawyer?
Hold on. Has there been more of a famous case to spawn generational wealth outside of being a lawyer, like the Kardashians?
Sure.
Casey
F. Lee
Anthony.
Bailey.
Her lawyer's family's more famous than the Kardashians?
No, I get what you're saying. No. But as far as that goes, no. But I think what really did it for Kim K is, you know what?
I know, but
her ass
would
and
she?
her sex
I know,
tape,
but would
bro.
she have been in that position if it weren't for her
No.
rich, famous dad?
No, because
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Is
when
I
you're-
think all of that spawned from that case
Well, I
and
mean,
him.
think about it. If you have wealth and you're a female, is it more likely you're going to be attractive or ugly?
No, you're attractive.
Yeah, because you can buy it.
I'm going to be way more attractive the more money I have,
Right.
for
They
sure.
buy it.
Especially
I'm going to get hair plugs. I'm going to get.
Yeah.
No,
you
I
know,
mean,
like-
he's right. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. But
I mean, look at them. They're changing asses now. They went to big asses now. They're
oh yeah,
littler
the
asses.
trend is
littler.
now natural asses. So they were like, okay, we got to ride the
We got
trend.
to ride the train.
Yeah,
I love it.
I
Joe.
love it.
Listen,
They got rid of their asses.
why
dude.
not?
That
Did
is
they really?
amazing.
But why
Yeah, I saw
not?
that.
If you
Oh,
can
they
do
all
it,
got
do
rid of
it.
them.
I should put that in the comic.
Oh man,
You can. They got rid of their go.
Your
you
comic's
can go
got
look up before
great-
and afters.
Yours is comic. That's my kind of fucking speed.
It's
too.
coming out on Tuesday.
It's
guys.
it's an R-rated comic then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's titties all over it. There's a scene where they're all butt ass naked. Most of the time when they kill guys, they're naked, so you see like the blood. Because I think it's really sexy when you see a drawing.
Oh,
or
so
a
these are
picture.
hood bitches.
You know, like those like vampire. Yeah, no, they're not hood, but I mean like they're murderers.
I mean, they're setting rich men up to murder them and
100%,
rob them.
but you know,
these
like,
are some hood bitches.
Do you ever see like those like vampire movies where you see like a hot vampire,
Of course.
and she's covered in blood? To
And
me, that's
naked.
hot.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why. And in the comic book, you see a lot of that. They're just like murdering guys, and there's blood all over them, and they're naked and shit.
You
like
need to
that.
look
Got
up
your
what-
Red Wings?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I was born with them.
You know what I meant.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
He don't
We'll
have
just-
his Red
Okay,
Wings.
well, yeah, sure. We'll just.
You
move
don't
on.
want to know.
guys. Yeah.
I was so
don't
good at that,
know.
Nick. I take it out and go like this, smacking on both
Yeah,
sides.
he looked like a vampire.
Yeah, but anyway, the
You don't know what it is? No, I'm good.
how old are you?
Not old enough.
26.
I'm a virgin.
26.
I'm waiting for marriage.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
All right.
Don't corrupt me.
Oh, shut up, you little fuck. Anyway, let's keep going.
Jesus, trying to take me to
This
hell.
is fun.
I got God on my side. All right, buddy.
Catholic school God. Oh, geez. This is
Oh,
gonna get
geez,
really
yeah.
good.
I went to Catholic school too.
We
when I
all
was a
did.
kid, Yeah.
And we're
Yahweh.
all non-religious.
I've got Yahweh
Best
on my
beatings I
side.
ever caught were from priests and nuns. Talk about like
Nuns smack you with the rulers.
with the ruler,
And
ooh,
the priest would just beat your brakes off.
and nobody can say shit. To
They'd
them.
fuck you out your socks.
Oh, Jesus. I knew it was going there. Because everybody knows. All right.
Do you know how much? I thought about this the other day. Do you know how much money the U.S. government would have, or like the
If they were suing these motherfuckers.
Well, no.
Just tax those colts.
taxes.
Tax the colts.
Yeah, because like you know how unfair it is that Joel Osteen. He has
Joel
like a
Osteen.
fucking Joel Osteen. He's got like a $17 million house. He pays zero taxes. I mean, he pays property taxes, but he doesn't pay any taxes through his church, which is their business.
And they own it.
Yeah, so if churches were taxed even a little bit, we'd have enough money for everything.
Did you know, you just said it, the Roman Catholic
But if-
Church
but
is
if-
the second largest landowner in the world.
I thought it was one.
Here's
but
the thing,
I think
guys.
BlackRock beat him.
No,
If you-
it's actually the Queen of England.
Really?
If you have enough money for everything, and
looked
everyone's life
didn't
was
know that.
okay. If you had enough money for everything, and everyone's life was okay, then people would stop showing up to church.
Right.
Right?
That's true.
So if these guys paid taxes to make everyone's life perfect, they would stop showing up to church
That's a good point.
and stop paying these motherfuckers. They don't need anyone to help them. They don't need a higher power if their bills are on
you gotta talk
time.
about
And
a
Yeah.
business model.
if your
Make it
bills
a
are on
business
time
model.
and your kids are
No
fed,
taxes.
Wait, business model, you have no product to send, no product to create. It's in a book that you keep going over and over again.
You don't have to make anything new.
Nothing new.
Right. No
And
innovation.
you're selling one thing, salvation that can't be proved one way or another.
That's it.
Ever.
And it's forever. That's it.
No taxes.
No taxes. And
remember, Nick? Taxes.
No innovation. You don't need a product development
You
budget.
need a slick talker.
That's it. Well, and Joel Osteen, when he talks, that guy with that fake smile.
Oh,
Hey guys,
and his wife comes up there.
It's like the good Lord said. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
give me the money.
And they bought the Houston they bought the Houston Stadium.
Yes, they did.
The Houston Stadium.
It was the Astrodome, I think.
I don't know if it was did they call it the Astrodome?
I don't know, but they
Astrodome
bought it.
football. Yeah, it was it's a huge arena.
Could you imagine like the amount of money? I mean, because even like small churches make bank. Could you imagine the amount of money that these
coming
guys
into
make?
this guy? No, this guy's got it all too. He's online. He sells courses.
It's funny that the churches are making
amazing,
billions of dollars, but
It's not his fault.
private.
He's exploiting the system. I'm sorry.
No, you're 100%
No, you're
right.
good.
I'm not hating him. I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, same.
He's got it down. Oh, he's got it down. Like that guy who had like $4 million behind his fucking wall. The church guy on TV.
You know who the best was when I was a kid?
Brown, skinny. Or he wasn't brown. His
Benny
hair was
Hinn?
brown.
Not Benny-
He was a white guy.
with the gator shoes. That
Are you
guy?
talking about Benny Hinn?
I don't know.
He was like a younger guy.
You got to watch Benny Hinn. He's like an Indian guy. Came out.
No,
this
this guy was white.
huge. I used to go joke around. I used to go like to like friends of their houses and shit, and I'd get up on where they had a big thing, and I'd play Benny Hinn like the God's gonna save you, and he rolls in a Rolls Royce, and he needed another Rolls Royce, and he needed another, and he got people to pay it. It's like Jimmy Swaggart, the guy he goes, I need $7 million or I'm gonna go to hell. He raised it.
Or how about
They gave him the $7 million.
Or they come out and say, I need another private jet, like with a straight face, you know? Because if I wouldn't have the balls to do that, I'll be honest.
I wouldn't either, Dan.
If I was a pastor, I would.
Well, in the
at
front
least-
of a bunch of fucking retards, you would.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I'll cut that.
But I wouldn't have.
I'd have the balls to go out in front of a bunch of those
You're not
people.
cutting that.
You know what kind of balls it takes to ask people that are poor as fuck for $25 million because you need another jet? Like,
But they know that
balls.
But that jet's going to get him saving more souls.
There's 5 billion people. He's like, I just need 50 cents from you guys.
Right.
It
But you
doesn't
gotta
affect
admit,
his soul.
But he's
you know?
saving souls. What's the price of a soul?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's why you said it's the best business model that's ever
What a
been
great
created.
idea.
Business model.
They say it's the. I
What
mean,
a great
it's the first
concept you
business.
thought of.
They say prostitution's the original business. I don't think so. I think it's more cultism.
Cult.
Like followings.
We were watching last night a cult. They were talking David Dobrik was a cult. If that guy's a cult, what I just heard this morning, sorry, Mom, she's doing
That
church.
was
Remember
fucked
when you
up.
walked in?
Right.
She starts singing to it.
That's legitimizing it. That's like taking, that we're not a cult because this is behind the veil of this
No,
idea.
that's the definition of a cult.
I
when
know,
they
but they get away with
change
it.
you to start singing the songs and being the thing. And
She's the most polite woman I've ever met.
my mother,
If I give her anything, it's a thank you. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. If church is on, she won't even look at me walk in the room.
forget that.
She was watching it when I got here.
Yeah. Did you know that
And she
my
didn't even
mother?
know. She didn't even know you came. The second time you came in, she was like, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
You know.
That's
I
it.
wa-
Because
I
she's
gave her
giving
her
you devil
paper
eyes
and her
'cause
mail.
Me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And you know it's fucking.
He's
great.
sitting there washing the dishes. I'm like, she is pissed, dude. You better get like she's pissed off. You are in here washing the
She's got
dishes
some act.
During church.
during church.
Yeah, he was making me coffee and she was giving us the eyes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
did you
yeah.
know we
That's
have
great.
we had to stop things here, of course, like because
Right.
they con her, the churches and all the people.
Do you know what the new scam is? I'm glad you brought this up. The new
I'm glad I did. Yeah.
The new scam is I don't know, these people find old people's numbers and they call them and now they're using AI voices to sound like, so
Yeah.
they could get my voice.
Grandma,
right?
I need bail.
Yep. You got it.
They did it to my aunt. Got her for $1,500.
Grandma, I need bail. Because they don't understand how the legal system works. They say, oh, I'm with a police officer right now, and he says that I need bail, and he'll let me go. I'm at the courthouse. But guys like us know, wait a second, no, you got to get booked,
Yeah.
and you're in the spot. And then a bondsman needs to go post it, and you go to a bondsman. We know too much.
Hey, just go online.
That's it.
Even me, I would be like, "Oh shit!" I wouldn't, but
My aunt got
I wouldn't
caught.
know how you do bail. I'd be like, "I'll send you some cash through your
Right.
cash." I would send you cash
But
app money.
you're young
You know
and
what I
wise
mean?
enough to know that you would call. Remember we talked about the
Yeah.
swatting thing earlier?
But
You
yeah,
would
no,
call.
I would notice that something's wrong. But if you were just getting me on like, "Hey, I need some bail," I'd cash app you bail. I wouldn't know how the fuck that worked.
Right.
I would totally just cash app.
That's what
even
they
if
do.
it wasn't AI, I would just still cash app you bail.
Right.
I'd be like, okay, whatever.
can't let you
like,
do that, Nick.
here you go,
Yeah,
Larry.
man.
You just
I
said
come
that.
from
I
New
never
York.
knew.
There's so
If
many
you asked me for cash app bail money, I would have gave it to you.
Right. But it's
Even
huge
if we
scam.
took AI out of it and the scamming,
Huge
if you would have
scam.
asked me, I'd been like, if Larry personally would have asked me for cash app bail money, I'd be like, okay,
Right.
here.
But if it was
There you
AI,
go.
if they got his voice, because
Yeah.
sometimes you get
Mine's
these
very
calls-
easy to get because I'm all over the
Yeah,
place.
you're all over the place. But even still, they call you, so
Mm-hmm.
they'll call me, right? And it'll just be like,
Record
I'll be like,
that, yeah.
hello, hello, hello. Boom! Now they have my voice.
They do
Ooh,
need
I didn't
a
even
no.
think
They need
that.
they do need a little more. They,
They
need to
need
keep
more
you
a
on the
little
phone
bit.
for a
Probably.
little
So
bit.
they'll say, yeah.
They'll
it'll be
ask you
like,
some dumb
what
questions.
city do you live
yeah.
in? Palm Bay. They just need like 2 or 3 words, and
Yeah.
then they
Yeah,
can make
makes
the
sense.
voice.
They
And it
just
doesn't
need
ha-
they need every syllable. That's
And it
all
doesn't
they
have
need.
to be perfect because it's for older people that. Aren't,
Yeah,
you know,
there's just the scammers literally have a little like questionnaire that because they just need every syllable. That's all. So they have like the exact questions that you need to respond to.
Right.
To be
You know,
like,
the ma-
okay,
the
cool,
main
we got
ones are
all
in
your
India.
syllables and all your letters that you just pronounced.
Every syllable.
I didn't know this. You'll notice as a lawyer now. I found out with the SWAT.
Oh, AI is
that
amazing.
When they SWAT you after, I think it's midnight, it's a higher charge because they will actually break this door down and come in. If I wasn't in here that night,
They would have busted in.
and I am coming hard, they're shooting me because I don't trust them that they're a cop. You breaking into my house, I'm coming out of that bed like a bull in china
Right.
shop. What are you going to do, lady? Or,
So higher charge for the guy who swats you.
right.
But now, do they still get the first get out of jail free for the first SWAT?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they do.
Oh, do they?
How is
they
that?
do.
How is that legal though?
Because they'd have killed
No,
me.
I mean if they're trying to save someone's life,
No, I'm not.
Right?
But I'm saying for the person who calls, who knows it's false.
you can't find them. It isn't
Right.
legal.
no,
but
no.
you're
He's
never
saying,
gonna
do you
find
get
them.
Is that true? You get a
I
pass?
don't know. I thought you said that earlier. That
No,
the
no,
person-
no. The police
the
get a
cops.
pass for breaking into your house
bad,
for
yeah.
swatting.
Oh, yeah.
If you're now
Wow.
after that, if he calls the police station and is like, you have to call me before you come to my house, even if you have whatever, you have to call me.
But how do they not know who's calling They can't trace it. It's
No,
call
not at
now
all.
numbers.
Not
and
a
all that.
chance that you could trace it.
Well,
Not a
actually, it
chance.
goes. I did find this out. Also, mine went to the FBI. They have an FBI
And still.
thing. And they're
How
not
is
gonna-
the? How are the
I
feds-
could call right now.
told me Nelson
I
says
could
they
call
did, but
right here.
don't mean anything.
I could call right here and say Larry just killed his mom and has 3 kids in his
Yeah.
bedroom. I could call right here and then watch it all happen.
VPNs
and my
and stuff,
number
man.
is from Germany.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
call now,
And
text
good
now
luck.
number.
VPNs and all
Good luck.
this.
Because
Who has the time for that shit? Like, who do you think actually
what
did
time?
this to you?
Me, like kids like me. Not me, but like kids.
Listen, they found out.
I'm
my
sitting
address
here
from a
watching
garbage
Larry.
pail.
Like, it'd be really fucking funny is if he's
Yeah.
live
Yeah,
stream.
yeah, yeah.
It happens more when you're live. Like
Yeah.
that kid who did it to him was clearly just like upset at his life
Right.
because he doesn't even get to watch the chaos go down. A lot of the times, the point is to see it all happen, to see the streamer
Like
get
gamers do that shit a lot, right?
See him get ripped out of his chair live, and all the cops searching his house while he couldn't turn off the live, and
He's
now you
probably
get to
watching-
watch it all.
But you talked about it on the next podcast, I'm sure.
No, he actually didn't talk about it for a
I didn't
very
talk
long
about it for
time.
years.
Yeah, which
That's
is a
smart.
very good thing
That's
to
smart.
do. Yeah,
Because I didn't want to give the person the satisfaction,
because they'll do it. Aiden gets it once a month.
and I didn't want more copycats.
It's for the same reason that they don't air streakers, like in the
Yeah,
Super Bowl. If
anymore.
you
I
streak,
streaked when I was a kid.
what about the guy who bet on himself streaking?
That's
You hear
amazing.
that? What a
That's
smart
awesome.
move.
But they didn't.
And
pay
you know
him,
what's
I don't think.
you know
They
what's
didn't
cool?
pay him?
I think that
That's fucked
the
up.
company
I
found
love
out.
that. When
No
he
way,
Did.
that's fucked up.
Would there
But
be
you
a
know what's
streak?
amazing?
Why not?
Remember
You're not
Vitali?
allowed to like participate in a bet that you can't affect the outcome of a bet, and if you do, like it's always.
That's got to be really.
Think about it. Like, what if?
Then he was too big of. He ran his mouth too much. Then
right.
I'd have had my mom place the bet.
He did. He had his friends place.
Then
the
he's
bet,
just running
but
his
he just
mouth
ran
too
his
much.
Too much. Yep.
Typical. That's
And
most
I bet
cases.
you he feels way better going viral for one day.
Yeah. Then getting the
But
money.
see,
Yeah.
that's where people
It was
don't
like
understand
300
about viral.
300,000.
Viral means nothing if you don't have the platform to build
Right.
it on.
No, just like Gary
True
Vee.
that.
He's like, I'm watching some of these people have 7 million followers on Instagram and making nothing.
Yeah, oh,
he was
we
like,
talked
maybe
about
you
that.
should worry about having like 100,000 and monetizing it.
Yeah.
Instead
See,
of
this
just
is-
like,
we know-
because there are these like models that have 10 million followers
got no-
and they're sleeping on the floor.
But they don't have a community. like
because they
you
don't
said.
know how to monetize
And they don't know
or
how to build
get
a community.
paid. Yeah, they don't know how to build a community
It's
to
about
buy their
getting the
makeup.
repeat views,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Not
it's
just-
like my time. I was telling you earlier, I have near 32 million watch hours.
that's crazy.
That's crazy because my average watch time on my videos is about 10 minutes, give or take, right, Nick?
Today it's going to be an hour.
No,
We're getting
I'm
the
talking
whole,
about my whole platform.
Jimmy said duration should be at 40%. I looked at ours; it's 30. We're really
We're
good.
doing good. So when you have that much watch time, and then I have 50, 60 videos at 1 million plus. One video, 7.5 million, 5 million, all my videos. So those watch hours just in those videos
They add
just
up.
blows your mind because there's only 8,760 hours in a year.
That's crazy.
And then you think about millions?
The numbers are mind-blowing.
Mind blowing. I'm going to show you. We'll have fun doing
Yeah,
it.
I was just bragging because Larry told me the other day. He goes, "Hey, you should start using YouTube because it's just something I've never been good at.
I
never
told
had
him,
the time
right?
to."
Look.
All my videos have 1 or 2 views,
Right.
straight up. I made one yesterday just talking about the comic, and it has like 55, and I'm on cloud 9.
So
I bet you didn't do it right.
No, 100% I didn't. It was on stream.
Oh,
Gotcha.
look at he's telling us. He knows. We know this shit like the
gotcha.
back of our hands.
No,
man.
I didn't do
Gotcha.
anything right. It was just
I
on
want to give him the same advice as John. It's the same thing. Oh, you'll do great. Go look at Comic Storian. Watch him for like a week.
63 views.
Oh,
now,
you
guys.
hear what he said? He's going to give you
Storian.
advice. He's going to give you advice now, and we can end on that because then we'll hang out for a minute.
Yeah.
If you got time.
Go.
Okay, first of all, on air, I'm telling anybody, you have a comic. I can't wait to see your comic,
Yep.
especially the.
Comes out Tuesday,
I'm
I
loving the way his shit
You
is.
got to get it on Kickstarter on Tuesday.
I will get it wherever you want me. I'll get it.
All right.
Now, and we'll post it. We'll put every time we do stuff, we'll do stuff.
That's great, man.
Tell them what to do because I
okay.
told John Torres
Here's your
if they do
homework.
not do it, they miss the boat.
Here's your homework.
I will not miss the boat.
You'd better not. 'Cause,
Okay, what? Show.
I
Go ahead.
drop seeds for
Comic
everyone. I'm a
Storian.
seed dropper.
Here,
Yes,
Nick,
Comic
Nick,
Storian. I'll look
put
it up. Yeah, okay.
Watch this.
His
This
name's
is on
Comic
air, everybody.
Storian.
I want everybody
Okay.
to know out there.
And what he
Comic
does,
historian.
Comic Storian.
Story.
Comic
This guy's getting-
Storian.
Oh,
So what he does is he takes Marvel and DC comics, and he even takes indie comics,
look at a subscriber count.
and
Between
he
Yeah,
blurs out all of the text, and he summarizes the comic
that's it.
and shows the pictures per page while he's summarizing.
how would I-
Look what he did. He took out that.
Why couldn't you do this with yours?
But how would I could, but how I would have to know how to format it.
Hey, aren't you already hiring an artist?
Yeah.
Hire
You take
an editor.
your thing, you put
Now
it up
hire
there,
an
and
editor.
you narrate it like
You know
I
how
did
to
my
do that
book.
stuff?
You know how to hire an artist?
Yeah.
So just hire an editor.
To just take the pictures, like
Yeah.
each panel, because that's what you call a panel.
Yeah.
Each little square.
Each
is a
panel, and then what you would do is you'd sit there and you narrate
Narrate
your
it.
panel how you want it to be, because you kind of want to make it a little loose so they go buy it,
That's actually.
but you
great.
give them the full story.
That's
Let me
good.
tell you what he did.
Look at this. Look
the
at his
guy is
views.
making
20
millions.
20 million views.
20
So
million.
this
You know what
is-
he's made on that
this
video?
is-
I can tell you nuts.
This is
I'll
not
show you.
this is not a small niche. Comics are not a small niche.
It's huge.
Comics are fucking huge.
I had no
I have
idea.
friend groups. I have had this comic right here. This one
Because he's a
video
comic guy
on my
now.
TV.
You see my wheels turning, or no? You can't.
I
You
seen
see
it.
him? I'm like,
I see
I do. I do. Wait till
But
I
look,
tell you
I can even turn it
afterwards.
up. You won't. They won't hear it.
He explained that art was taken by the blast. They all went back to the Titans Tower when it set around.
So he's just explaining,
He had recently left.
and they're not
I've
hitting them.
watched this guy before. Now
Yeah.
I remember. I've seen
Yeah.
because it pops up on my
Yeah, and if you leave I bet you your algorithm, if you leave your TV running, he's popping up.
100%.
Morty watches them all every day. all
Well,
day.
look, what he's trying to say, this guy's making so much money on YouTube. It's sick money.
and he doesn't even make the comics.
No, he's not even coming
How
up
does
with
he get
content.
away with that though?
Cause-
Because look,
there's
there's
no words
text.
in there.
No, but I mean, as far as he's using somebody else's IP.
It's called fair use.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
fair
explain
use.
it.
There's no. He's not showing the text. He's not showing every page of the comic, and he's summarizing the pages. So he's not reading the text.
Right.
You know, he's not like Superman
But you said
said.
it's fair use though, because he's still using their IP. Like Superman logo is owned by DC Comics.
Oh, that's fair use.
It is fair use. Yeah.
All right.
Anything in fair use. We get. I get.
Because these are just images. Now, if this was an actual animation or a show he was using, then it's
Different.
If he was using
entirely
their
different.
audio
He's
and,
using
like-
still images. I could go do The Walking Dead and take still images of their
So I got to figure out how to do this type of stuff, like an editor.
No, well,
This is the
it's so easy to tell you that. Yeah,
This is the easiest editing.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Put you in. I love it. I love the song.
You just get a
100%.
scanner like that.
100%.
You know, get a little scanner, or your pages are already scanned
They're already
in.
digitized.
They're already digitized.
We just need to be able to get every single panel or like pages like this. I see.
No, you don't even have to. You own it.
This is what you do. I could.
You don't have to take the words out. You can do it for. Let me tell you how I blew up in YouTube.
I was going to say I could tell you how to edit this.
I blew up in
5 seconds.
YouTube
Good.
by taking.
Just show me
my book, Gangster Redemption.
Oh, you told me you just read chapters.
And I summarized chapters. And out of this book, this best-selling book, I blew up. It was the number
Can
one.
I see it? You mind if I see it?
Absolutely. Read the back. You can even order anything you want.
But yeah, to edit this, all you do is you throw it into your editing software. You look up the effect called transform. You drag it onto that track.
Yeah, look at the pictures. You'll see some pictures.
And then you
in there.
transform from number 5 to number 73 slow, and then it zooms.
Look at Larry.
That's all they're doing.
Look at me. Look at that. Okay, so listen. I'm going to end with that with you, Dan, and we'll talk about.
But there's no way you cannot do this.
You have to do this.
I just don't know how to.
I told John.
I have all the art.
Listen,
You will next week.
You will know
if you want to do it.
10 minutes when we're done with you.
Good.
But because we have no problem helping anybody do anything.
That's what you told me that, Larry. You said that YouTube is a good community for creators to help each other.
I have a friend of
All
mine.
you have to do is go on Upwork or whatever you're
Well,
using.
no, I'm not talking about YouTube, though.
Whatever you're using now to hire your artists.
Right.
So you go there, get this exact video, send it to them.
And say, make this with this fucking
With
guy.
this
Nick,
comic.
I wouldn't do that.
No, 100. That's you have to tell the editor what you want.
I didn't say that, but he has it. He can leave the words in there. He can do it.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is he doesn't know how to make the screen move. You go to an editor, you send them this video,
that's
and then
what
you
I'm talking about.
and then you send them the already digitized art, and then they're like, "Oh, this is going to be the easiest edit I've ever done."
Right.
They're taking what they did already and just put it in.
And
the
they're
thing.
like in Pakistan charging a couple $100.
That's it.
I hope not. Yeah.
Like $50.
Less than that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's a great idea.
So we want to show. So here's what I'd like to do. I'll ask you online here on air. We'd love to have you back as a lawyer, like our monthly lawyer guy. Where we come in, we talk law, we talk
can do
stuff. I love it. I
Yeah.
think, especially when cases come out, when the press come, we
the
do those
big
videos.
high-profile cases.
Matter of fact, there's a guy named Amagansett Press that does stuff like that, and they go around the country. And he's coming to Florida, so I'm to collab with him.
Good. Let me know.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Larry, thank you so much for having me on. It's great to meet you, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
You seem like a good dude.
Sorry for missing you
Morty.
yesterday.
No problem. It's
Yeah,
not a problem at all. I knew you guys were busy. That's why I left the shirts as like a good-
Appreciate it. And again, guys, we're going to be giving these shirts away. Just comment in the videos on Spotify, on Apple,
Yeah,
on
yesterday I was
12 different platforms, I think, right?
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
heard in
yeah.
101 countries. It's 101 now.
Hopefully they all speak English.
They don't.
Well, if they don't, they could look at a
I was just
picture.
seeing.
How about
I was
your
seeing a bunch
picture?
of Russian comments on our recent posts
You saw
going,
Russian comments?
"Dang!" Because you can push translate on the comics, but not on the video, or not on the comments, not on the video. And the translation was, "Dang! I really wish I knew what you were saying."
What did it said that?
Because it was in Russian, so I just pushed translate.
Because we have.
But
we
that's
have,
a cool. That's
listen,
really
we have people
he's
steal my
big.
stuff all the time.
I think
I'm
the
huge in
biggest
Russia.
country. You're huge in Russia.
Is he?
Oh,
I'm
he's
huge everywhere.
Huge.
Australia.
No, but Russia is your biggest country. You are huge in Russia.
Australia, if you look at the
Really? Because why don't I see any dubbed Australian content?
Because Australia, they
I don't
speak
see
English.
I know, but you'd still. I know, but you'd still think you'd see.
Could you
any
imagine
of it
dubbed
dubbed?
it like Australian? Like,
Yeah.
I had this Sheila.
Yeah.
Hey, mate.
Hey mate, I had a Sheila. I had a Sheila. I fucking gassed her, mate.
I
You would
guessed
still
the guy
see.
and he had a dick
You would
anyway.
still see Australian YouTubers
I've
doing
got a
your
tattoo
content,
on my cock.
Oh, yeah.
reacting. I think it's Russia. I'm gonna go with Russia.
Thank you so
It's
much
not,
for having me on.
I'm telling you. But anyway, Dan, I really
God bless
appreciate
you,
that.
man.
We're going to do it a lot. I'd love to. You're close here. You live now in our neighborhood.
10 minutes away, guys.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes away.
And come to the gym.
And we connect so easily.
Yeah, 100%. I have we're gonna have you guys at the gym and give you a little tour.
Oh, we're gonna do not just that. We're gonna do an event there for kids. Maybe we'll do a book signing there. We can
Yeah,
do
that'd be
some
cool.
stuff.
Yeah, especially that cookbook I hear so much about.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of,
been
can we get an
supposed to
update?
do out.
My clients would love that shit in the jail.
Oh, do you
We
know
gotta
what's
get it.
crazy to me? Well, that's our next.
No,
show.
they're gonna definitely ban it. They're not letting that book
No, they're
in
not letting it
jail.
go in, but
the
they
whole
did-
book would be literally like, hey, you got to go to the kitchen, steal a pepper. They're not letting that book in the jail. That's going to be a banned book.
I
for
can
sure.
give you a couple pages.
Is your book allowed in jail? Gangster
Some
Redemption?
jails let it, some don't.
Cookbook is, all of them are going to
Some
ban it.
prisons
Yeah,
let
100%.
it.
You know,
I'm a publishing
Cookbook's
company,
literally
so-
like, hey, you need to steal a razor blade
Right.
to make this.
Dude, you guys gave me an idea though. This is the ticket.
No, that's the ticket.
You can't not do it.
You
I'm doing
cannot
it.
do it.
Hey,
We'll see.
And now
Just
if you
find
don't,
a video editor on
Yeah.
Upwork or what's the other Fiverr?
But we'll
Whatever.
get that after the show. Here's what I want to end with. We tell a lot of people, we try to help a lot of people. Nick and I both do. Most of them, yeah, and they don't do it. I think you're going to do it. For some reason, I just do. I think you're kind of, you're
I'm not
built
gonna
like
talk
me.
it up. You'll see.
No, you're built like me. And I know what I mean.
Well,
It's
look,
just
I-
very
I mean,
easy.
I made a shitty video just based on your advice yesterday. I went home and I made a shitty video, and I know it's a shitty
and that's
video.
no,
You gotta
No,
start.
it doesn't matter. That's where it starts. Is starting. People literally sit around like, I need a $7,000 camera,
Studios,
and a $2,000 computer, and the best editing knowledge spot. No, or you just start and you go get 5 views.
with a phone. And I
And
started
3
this whole
comments,
company.
and those 3 comments are gonna be like, maybe next time I can get 5 comments.
Right.
You
I
know,
started this
everyone's
with an
like, I
iPhone
need
10.
$7,000
You told
worth
me,
of
that's
equipment.
crazy.
iPhone 10 in my office, in my bedroom. Literally, I'll show you videos.
I think that's where the most successful people come from, is they just started doing it instead of
have
being like, because there are a lot of kids right now who are like, well, I mean, I need to have the best co-host right now, and all of these most expensive mics, or I need
We have
the
all that
best
shit now, but-
system.
You don't need all that.
No, it's like
I'll probably just need some audio equipment to be able to do
Yeah.
the narration over
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah, you're going to
and
see.
mics are like $40.
And, we got the good stuff, the Rhodes and all that. But you know what? iPhone, man. iPhone 14 and above or 13 and above.
You could literally start with your iPhone.
Yeah, no, you'll
voice
see. I'm not
memos.
going to talk it up,
you know?
but like you'll see. I'll totally implement what you're saying.
So, yeah. And anyway, we're going to do a lot more with you. I really mean that. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun here.
My
I
pleasure.
really appreciate
God
it.
bless both of you.
Daniel, that's Daniel Martinez, everybody. His links are in all the stuff below. And with that said, everybody, please have a
This
safe
is
day.
The Real
Stay
Deal
strong. Stay safe.
with Larry Lawton.